Hello YouTube, this is Steve from Glasses Gaming here with you with a very simple question. Who wanted Luke to die? Because I didn't, and I sure as hell know that most people in the Telltale community didn't either. But for some odd reason, the developers decided, you know what, let's just kill off Luke because why not? So in episode 5, spoiler alert, Luke does die, if you haven't seen already. He dies by either way you choose. He ends up going into the frozen water, either freezes to death or is dragged and drowned by a walker. And no matter what you do, you can't save him. This is the worst decision that Telltale has ever made in a game. And I am shocked that they actually decided to kill off Luke. Not only is he the best character in the series as of right now in terms of Season 2, he is also, there's so many things they could have done with him differently, and overall, this was a sour note in an otherwise fantastic episode, because they really could have done things with Luke that would have changed the game. Like, for instance, instead of forcing Jane to get into a conflict with Kenny with a plot point that really is stupid, like Jane hiding the baby for no reason, they could have had Luke and Kenny fight it out for the final time. And then have the choice that everyone was looking forward to, choosing between Luke and Kenny. And then that would have made it for an even greater ending if you did choose Luke in that fight, because then Luke and Jane, who like each other, can end up going off with Clementine back to House Hardware store. So yeah, I really think that this is a wasted opportunity for pretty much everything that this episode had going for it. Killing Luke off, it contributed absolutely nothing to the plot, and they lost probably their greatest asset. I mean, who cares about Bonnie and Mike? I like Mike, but he's a very flat character. Nothing is really, there's no development there. Bonnie also, I really didn't like Bonnie that much. I think that she's although she does seem to care about Clementine in many scenes, it just feels like she's still looking out for only herself. And in the end, they leave with Arvo, who shoots Clementine, and they show no remorse for leaving her behind. Again, this all feels like it could have been done differently. And I think that while this episode is undeniably strong, especially with its multiple endings, I think that they could have done it completely differently. And there are a lot of missteps here that I think that could have been corrected. So in the next few episodes, I'm going to truly evaluate this episode for what it is. And I'm going to analyze different parts of it. But I just want to get this out of the way right now. I think killing off Luke was a terrible, terrible decision. He was the nicest and strongest new character that this season had to offer. He had plenty of growth and tons of new ways to develop him in a future season. And even if they wanted to do that route, Kenny versus Luke in the final decision, that would have made it so much stronger than Kenny versus Jane, because that's what they were building up to every episode of this season, and they just completely lost it there. So hopefully, in the future episodes, I'll talk about what I did like about this series and what I did appreciate about the final episode. And hopefully you guys agree with me on this. I really do feel a little upset and sad because Luke was my favorite character. And yeah, hopefully in the future, Telltale can learn from this mistake. And now on to the good stuff. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, see you next time.